Good evening, so YouTubers. It is Sunday, March the 8th of 2026. I'm just watching some products projects in paradise, 808. He lives in Hawaii, not Hawaii, but on the island somewhere. So I just giving kind of a little touch up what's going on. Haven't done no charging in for a week actually. It's been raining all week. It's been nasty. The neighbor is moving. She actually moved out. So she's got some stuff still over there, so she's coming and going here and there. But she hasn't slept here for oh. They moved out Monday, Tuesday in the rain. So that means I get to use a little bit more of that space down there if I want. That door down there is catching the wood. It's falling up. So now I get to use more of down there because I have my two panels, my 400 watt panels. Got two on the bracket. I had them up against that pole, close to that pole, and my 200 watt panel by itself, bifacial, sitting down here. And that's fine because that's on my Lucidity system, and that charges that battery up pretty quickly. But now she's not here. All her stuff's cleaned out. She's got a few more stuff, but she won't be messed if I want to. I got sun the next couple of days. I can scoot everything down a little bit and catch sun a little bit later on during the day. I am really thinking about using that roof over there. I gotta lay my panels almost flat on the ground, and I don't know how much. It's going to be here in the summertime, so it's not going to be too bad having flat up there. And I think I can, I'm not worried about them falling over or anything. They'll be pretty much flat on the ground, and it's going to have to be real good dust, or pick a wind to pick that up. And anything ain't going to happen. So I might be able to put something on the corners. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. But I do want to show you something, though. So this VEVOR is really cheap, okay? $258. I have a link for this. Then I bought a $30 2 or 3 year warranty with it, or something like that. That's that Assuron. But it's running great. I have no issues. It's been 6 months, 7 months I've had it now. Same with the batteries. I actually got this paid off. This is paid off now. So, I don't owe no money on that no more. I put it on the credit card to get my credit. I filed bankruptcy to get my credit reestablished. I just want to show you something real quick. So, right now it's in a UPS mode. Okay, so if the power goes out, then it will switch to the batteries, and will run my system off the batteries. So right now I got my computer, my 3 monitor, everything here. You see the fan, the light, this fan, all this is running off the VEVOR. So if the power, I was going to show you this real quick. So computer's on. So on UPS devices, that means that you have something plugged into it. Where in the hell is my Blue Eddy? Oh, it's in the truck. Yeah, okay. I took that with me the other day. Forgot I had a truck. I'm going to get it now. Oh, so UPS is basically you plug your stuff into it, and it's running off the grid. And when the grid goes down, it switches over to the batteries, and you run off batteries. And that switch over from grid to batteries, sometimes it's not quick enough, and your electronics will shut off, okay? So I just want to show you real quick that by unplugging the VEVOR, as you can see here, that the solid light, this means the first light means, is it the grid? That's what your inverter is running off of. Solid means it's the grid. Blinking means it's solar or the battery pack. That's what your inverter is running off of. And then the second light there on the right, this one right here, that is the battery status. So when it's solid, it's charged. when you see no light at all, it's being used. But if you see the light blinking, it means it's being charged. Okay? So, and I got that. That's that first input here. What I did was I took a 10-foot extension cord and I cut off the female end and I put it in there. This here is out, and that is another 10-foot cord, and that is the male end I cut off. Then I have a power strip here. Let me turn a light on for you guys real quick. There we go. And I got this power strip for it. It's a G-Force power strip. It's a 15 amp breaker in it, so whatever. I do have some USB access if I need it. And so I got that plugged into the VEVOR. So that orange plug right there is for the computer. So if I unplug it, you hear switch over. So the blinking light means that's running off the batteries. The inverter is, because I have no solar. If we go in here, and you see that the computer did not shut down. So that quick switch over is really good. And then if we plug it back in, it would take a minute for it to kick over. So let's see if we can see it there. See that blinking there? That means it's the grid. It sees the grid, so it's going to get a few minutes. So you see it's running off the battery into the load. And the load is 128 watts. So basically my refrigerator is not on. My refrigerator is on this. So it'll take a few minutes to kick over. It's going to make sure that it's good grid power for a few minutes. Yeah, when my fridge kicks on, it's another 130 watts for my fridge. So I got my fridge, I got my internet, my modem, my router, and then my computer stuff off of this. Damn, I didn't think it'd take this long. Come on. Well, it kicked on faster than that. There it is. Hear it? Yep. I'm showing you that it's charging the load, and it's showing you that it's charging the battery. You see the battery blinking? It just kicked on. Yep. So, I mean, for me, that's pretty good. The sound, the fan wise. For most people, it might be too loud, but I don't like quiet places. I like fans on. I gotta have a constant noise. So most people like their computer, their fans in their computer. I got mine jacked up all the way, so you hear the fans. I just gotta hear the noise, make sure everything's working. If it's too quiet, you have no idea. So right now the light's blinking. That means, and the first light is solid. That's the grid. It's literally charging my battery. So this is all in one. It's a solar charge controller. It is a 3,000 watt inverter and also a battery charger. In case of something like this happens, grid goes off, and then the grid comes on. If you still don't have solar to charge up the batteries, then the grid would charge up the batteries. What's cool about this is with this extension cord, I go into settings and set to a generator mode. And all I gotta do is take that generator, set it outside, fire it up, plug it in, and I get to charge my batteries through the generator if the grid doesn't come on and I have no solar. Like right now, the power goes out. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So the owner, also my boss, but the owner of this building said something to me Thursday, I want to say. Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in there, that he's finally getting an electrician out here to get that service box fixed. He's finally going to spend the money, and he's a guy he goes to church with, is a licensed electrician, and he's going to put in a up to date box to code, and that box down there was so called, you call it grandfathered in. So when all the changes happens to codes and all this stuff, he didn't have to switch anything over. But when he started to work, so that's how it is. So you can leave it the same, don't have to touch it, don't have to upgrade it. But when you have to go in there and change something or do something to the box, then you have to upgrade it. But if you just leave it there and don't touch it, then you don't have to. Man, it's a beautiful day out there, guys. It's 56 degrees. So you don't have to touch it. But he's going to, because we have issues with that box. If you guys haven't seen my videos, we do have power surges and brownouts. I do have a video that where it got down to 60 volts. It was down with 60 volts for a long time. I mean, good 10, 15 minutes, and it jumped right up to 180 volts, and it stayed up there for a little bit and dropped back down to 120. That's because in that box, it's so old. It's when the power guys come out to test, because I called, Duke Energy. They came out and they tested it, and they didn't want to touch that box. They opened that lid, and a guy goes, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "What do you mean what?" I'm like, "I'm not an electrician. I don't know." He goes, This is like 40 years old. He said, "I'm not touching this." But basically, some neutral wires are not connecting quite right, and so the owner's going to have that fixed. And then here in my apartment, we all have our own little breaker box. Well, I don't have breakers at all. This is a fuse box, so I got no breakers. It's all fuses. So he's updating all of this. He's getting rid of all this crap, updating all this. So he's telling me, this is all my tools. I got tools for everything. And I just got nowhere to put them. Thus, the couch. The couch is my garage. And I got everything here. The old computer for Jeep parts there. I actually got a whole front end for my truck. New drive axle. New CV axles. I got the lower control arms there. I got the knuckles sitting there. I got it all good. I just don't have no place to do it. I had a place, but it's going to take me a couple weeks to get that done because I'm doing it by myself. I'm dropping oil pan, oil pump, water pump, putting new front in, whatever. But, oh well, my fault. I lost sight of what I was talking about. He was saying that I'm going to be out for a couple of days on no electricity. That I could come and spend a couple of days out there at his house with him. His kids are, grown and off. His oldest lives in Denver right now. He's an engineer, and his youngest is up in Muncie. I think it's Ball State up there in college. It's her third year, I want to say, second or third year. And so he's got the whole house to himself, and he's like, "You can come out there and, spend a couple of days out there." I'm like, "No." And he's like, he looked at me. I said, this is why I built this. This is why I built this. So hopefully I get a couple of days. I'm excited. I really am excited. I get a couple of days to live off of this. And I can go 2 days. I can throw my solar panels down there and get what I can get. And if that's not enough, I have a generator. And I've got, 9 gallons of gas and gas cans, and the Jeep's full. The truck is not full, but I got gas. I got a battery operated pump where you can stick it down your gas tank and you pump up the gas out of it. I got everything I need for a couple of days. So I'm kind of excited. I hope this is I hope it happens. And I do have 2 systems here. So this is my main system, and this is I can't pronounce this name, so I'm not going to butcher it. It is a 25.6 volt, 100 amp hour battery. I got this in the link down below, and bought this as a pack. You get 2 of these for $577. That's how much it was. I don't know what it is now. I don't remember. I I did a couple of YouTube videos on this, and they all seem to be pretty cool reviews. I've had these now for, let's see, probably 6 months now. I've never had an issue with them. There for a while, right before summer, for about 3 months, right before winter, my fault, about 3 months, 2 to 3 months, I wasn't running off the grid. The only time, so on the VEVOR itself, you can have a setting where when you reach a certain voltage, mine's 26 volts, that's about 80%, I want to say. Then it will, from the grid, it will charge up the batteries to 100%. Okay, so my system was solar, battery, then utility. So if the solar wasn't present, if the batteries got too low, then it will automatically charge up my batteries. It has it's a charge controller, it's an inverter, and a battery charger. And so I had that for a good 4 months, maybe 5 months, and I've never had issues with any of this. I just showed you the UPS function of it. Now, true, I haven't really pushed. I pushed my inverter. It's a 3,000 watt. I think I plugged in my vacuum one time, and I pushed it up to about 1,500 watts. But I had to pay for it. Now this system is paid for, so I don't want to push it and screw it up. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do have two systems here. And this here is just, these are just two Red Auto batteries, the 12.4 volts, 6 volt, whatever they are. And that's a Lucidity battery box. It has a built-in 1,000 watt inverter, a built-in 10 amp charge controller. So this, I do run this off of a 200 watt bifacial panel. That's what that big tall one sitting there is. That there is 4 panels. I got these 2 panels here. Let me turn this light on for you. And I got these 2 panels, and they are on the bracket. And these brackets are made to be like a triangle shape, so you can change the angle. So my Lucidity runs off of 200 watts, and then the VEVOR used to run off to 400 watts. That's before I had to take everything off the roof. So now I just stick them down there on the ground if I have good sunny days. I know they're going to be sunny. So that's that. So I'm kind of excited, to have no power, to be honest with you. I'm kind of excited. So I'm about ready to order me one of those propane heaters, those shower heaters, those tankless heaters. I've been looking at them. They're a couple $100, but if power goes out, my water heater is electric, and I have no way of powering it. It's downstairs, and I have no way of powering it. I don't pay for heat here. It's one furnace for all 3 units, so heat here is free. Only thing I pay is light bill. That's about $70 a month. So I'm not doing this because of my light bill. I'm doing this because of, we had a storm that came through about 2 years ago, and this whole area was out of power for 4 days, and it caught me with my pants down. I had no generator, I had nothing. My food spoiled. I had nothing. So now what I got is, got these 2 12-volt coolers sitting down there. I bought that one right after the power outage, and I picked that one up last summer from a crackhead. That's a story down there, but they're all good coolers. I've had the bottom one down to -2 degrees, and that one down to -4, I think. So I got a cooler system if I have to go to the 12 volts. Got the generator. Let me look at that Blue Eddy before I forget about it. And of course, all my keys. Normally that's my keys are sitting in my pocket. Let's run out here real quick. I'm gonna show you where I think I might put the panels. I'm not for sure if I really want to go that far or not. The owner done said he didn't care. The way they were setting, it was just really noticeable. He didn't want the city or the insurance or anything to be on his ass. And I'm like, well, okay, you know, not my roof, so I don't care. Look how beautiful it is. I have him sitting right up there on that roof right there is really noticeable. So, yeah. Now I can put him here on this roof and have him face, you know, to be totally flat. And from the road, you will not see it. And I can do the same thing up in there too, on top of that roof, be totally flat. You won't be able to see it. So, I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. Yep. You can't. So, driving, you don't know they're there unless you're coming down the road and you're looking for them. So, he was just kind of, I don't know, paranoid or something. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, nice mess. Let's see. There's the Blue Eddie. There she is. And where's that cable for her? Yeah, all my tools are in this truck. And where's that cable at? There it is. It's a cigarette lighter cable. Yeah, I had some work to do to this today, but you know what? I just didn't care. Notice my front end is inside of my tire is pretty bald. Needs alignment. So I was going to switch tires, but didn't do that. That's what the Jeep looks like now when it's all put together. I drove this all last week, and as you can tell, I took a pretty good hit. The frame right here is all bent up pretty good. I can't get a bumper on there, but the frame a little farther back is fine. It's just past that little point. And then over here on this part of the frame, it's good. I just got to take a crescent wrench and pull that back. Now over here is fine. She drives fine. I gotta give it alignment on this. I can put alignment on myself on this one. It's a straight axle, so you just gotta. All there is a toe in and toe out. That one is a CV axle, so there's other adjustments on that, camber and cast. But yeah, so since she moved out, hold on here, I'll talk to my neighbor real quick. All right, sorry about that. I was talking to my neighbor, a guy who lives in the front apartment, and got talking to him about 20 minutes later. So, all right, got the EB3A, showed you the Jeep, and that's about it. So this long video, you guys made it to the end. That's awesome. And I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. I don't follow that stuff, so I went on to the analytics to see when my last video I made. And I seen I had 109 subscribers. And last I saw was 100. I did a special video on it. So I appreciate you guys subscribing. And I hope this kind of everyday life stuff helps some people. I had to buy these piece at a time. All this stuff at a piece at a time. Live paycheck to paycheck. And have some good paychecks, some bad paychecks, but I was able to buy this system here on a credit card and to get my credit built back up, and I just pay it off, not pay it off, just pay a little bit each month on it, and so I can get my credit built back up, and just made a final payment on it. My payments on this is like $25 a month. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I paid $100 a month. So I got everything paid off pretty quickly. And say hi. Got everything. So now I think I'm going to go on and order that propane water heater for like a shower for like RV or camping, that kind of thing. So when power does go out, that one time was out for 4 days. I had hot water for a good, I want to say good day and a half. I took a shower because it went at about 4 o'clock that that afternoon. I'm cleaning windows. I had this hotel I had to clean outside this hotel. And I'm looking to the west. I'm seeing these dark clouds. I mean, it was pitch dark. I get on radar and I seen this big storm moving in. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I hopped in the Jeep real quick and started going home, started coming here. And I probably got about 5-6 blocks down the road there from here. And it just came down. Wind. It was just throwing. I had to stop and pull over because there was branches and stuff laying out in the middle of the road. And when I pulled here, it wasn't quite raining yet, not pouring rain, but it was a lot of wind. So I pulled up here and walked up into the front office, and that's when it came down. It just came down with a vengeance, and that's when the power went out. And it stayed out for 4 days. So I had hot water for that night, and then I had hot water probably for and then the next night. So it was a Thursday night and Friday night, and then Saturday was lukewarm. So I had to turn it on, get wet, turn it off, and clean myself and turn it back on to rinse off. And then Sunday and Monday, it came on Monday night, I want to say. And then I had to take cold showers, and luckily it was in the summertime, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, cold showers suck. So all right, this is a half an hour video for me just blowing at the mouth. Oh, there's that. I forgot. There's that. I thought it was in my truck. Yeah, this is that pump I was talking about. Throw that down the gas tank. Yeah, that was a Harbor Freight special. So all right, guys, you have a good one. Thank you.